Erudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is all about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Hello, you lovely humans. Hey, I can't really drink this unless I open it. I'm Frost, and I'm here for Frostewritten to do the writing for Legend Seeker, working on the lore for the world of Erudia, specifically the Godlands, but the history overall, and cultures, people, and all that fun stuff. And to finish my snack, my sriracha peanut butter sandwich. I have to very carefully eat so I don't get it in my beard. All right. Goblins? You mean chat? Well, wait. Yes, there are goblins. What are we talking about? And hello, Tomix. So Tomix, by the way, I went to a different hosting site just to see how it worked. And this hosting site, when you start a server up for Stationeers, has a whole thing on the side where it's normal setup where you can click on boxes and choose like the location, like which map and all that stuff. You can't choose the sub location, unfortunately. So it's random based on the planet. Kind of an oversight on their part, but it's better. So I can do that now. Oh. But it doesn't let you take a save that you've created locally and put it on their server. Sadly. I looked through their data and they will do that for things like Minecraft, but evidently not for other games. I mean, yes. Legend Seeker, Legend Seeker, Legend Seeker. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta finish my sandwich too. So what I'm doing here, this is what you see in front of you. I'm reading through the timeline. I'm looking for places that I can go to and reference some information in the locations of the world. Say, hey, in the year 1128, before the God Killer War, this happened in this kingdom. Something like that. No. No ice cream eating. That's just too mean. All right. Second sriracha peanut butter sandwich done. I can guarantee that any other snacks you see on the rest of the stream will be completely normal. Food that you mortals might enjoy. All right. So in here, I'm reading about the humans. They were created sometime around 3,000 years before the God Killer War. And then sometime in the next 1,000 years, yeah, and another god went through apotheosis. And then 1,000 years before the war is when the spark of creation was dwindling. You would try that sandwich on a dare. I dare you. Did that work? I don't know. Bean Boozled is another punishment game they can play. Bean Boozled. Oh, is that with the weird jelly beans? You're going to laugh if I can find this here. Because I just brought the bag of groceries downstairs. Because I just went and got them and came back quickly. I will cover up the logo, but I bought a bag of jelly beans because I saw them and I was super hungry. I'm like, I could eat a jelly bean. And so it's one of those bags of 40 different flavors. So you never know what you're going to get unless you can read these tiny little bean facts back here. I bought the best snacks. When I go to the store hungry quickly, I am really a good shopper. You want to see while I'm talking about this stuff what else I got? I got an enormous bag of beef jerky. I bought some iced gingerbread cookies because I'm a healthy man. I got jelly, which also mixes really well with sriracha. Weirdly enough, grape jelly specifically. If you ever make meatballs in a cooker, like a hot pot cooker, like you're going to make spicy meatballs for a game and, you know, everybody's going to reach in and take a few out, you throw grape jelly in there with all the sauce that you're making with the what do you call it? The meatballs. This really thickens it up, but it complements a hot sriracha really well. It doesn't even taste sweet by the time you get there. It just thickens the sauce. Anyway, the last thing I got is eggnog. Oh, wait, sorry, not the last thing. I also got cheese curd. I was hungry. Shush. You hate jelly meatballs. Culver's. Ooh, Culver's is custard. You were in a game. Ah, okay. No problem, Dave. Don't worry about it. I'm not hurt. You're hurt. Something like that. All right. So when I'm looking through here, like I said, were specific touch points in the timeline of Erudia that I can use to decide when kingdoms were born and made and stuff. So what I'm going to do, oh, I forgot to open the map up. Aha, how about I do that? Let's go find Wonder Draft. There we go. It's wonderful. Wunderbar. Let's see. Godlands Wonder Draft. Eggnog is gross. I hate jelly meatballs. Is there anything you do like, Dave? Oh, wait, you like pickleball. Never mind. I found dill pickle salt for popcorn. I'm like, ooh, I should get some of that and just buy some plain old popcorn. Then I looked at the ingredients. I'm like, huh, none of that sounds like food. So I skipped it. Like, a lot of MSG in there. So, yeah. All right, so looking at the map, let me turn that on so you guys can see it. No? Did it do it? Okay, there it is. I know you so well. Dog is delicioso. I'm thinking, if I'm going to be totally honest, that I might have a little eggnog. That was me winking with my bad eye, so I had to overplay it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going into... Oh, where's my folder here? We are going to make a new document. I'm going to do a thing here where I make a note in this document, but I'm also going to be working in here. So I'm going to add these as notes for myself. Where is it here? So Agrium is going to be one of the oldest kingdoms. Not the oldest, but one of the oldest and most enduring. Now, Acadia is going to be the oldest. I think I've decided. Then the Azure Kingdoms, or the Dwarven Kingdoms. But now that I think about it, I think I might move something around here. Where is it here? All right, so the Pantheon, blah, 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 blah. Okay, no, Solinar. Ah, here we go. I got to get these in order correctly. All right. So I'm tying this into, because the other thing here that Erudia has noted is the elves are created as the second race, embodying beauty, intellect, and harmony with nature, sparks jealousy and tension with the dragons. And this is going to be another part of the reason that the underlying reason why they went to war, because until this point it was the dragons were made, and then the gods made the elves, and they walked around the world. The dragons are like flying above it, and they owned everything, and the elves were made, and the elves were like, this land here is ours, we shall settle here, and they claimed Solinar and the beautiful lands, and the dragons are like, what do you mean your land? We were here first. The elves are just like, try and hit me. And then they started a whole fight. I'll talk to Erudia more about it, but this is me working on some of that lore. Chris answers, redeemed wizard needs alcoholic hydration. Wait a second. I'm gonna be a horrible person here and take this last sip of coffee and then use the same cup. Because I don't have another clean coffee cup down here, and technically this one's not clean, but all I had was coffee. Don't worry, I'll wipe it out. I'm not a complete monster. Dragonlands. Dragons rule. Elves rule. Rule, huh? Elves are fools. All right. Look at that. Cleanest cup ever. I'm gonna do the like the bartenders. Gotta shake the martini. Give it a flip. And then here, Dave. It's like me hearing soup slurping, probably. I'm sorry. Dave probably just ran screaming from his computer. No! All right, we're going to have a generous pour of eggnog here. Yep, a generous pour of eggnog. And while we're talking about the elves being, well, cool, we're going to hear this. The Hatch Honey Barrel Whiskey goes in alchemy being performed. And yeah, that was a hell of a lot of whiskey. They're not going to pop? All right. and we get a swizzle stick, which is basically a spoon, because that's what I have. Oop, that smells good. That tastes very good. But I have to do one more thing here if I can find it. Where is it on my desk? That is black pepper. That's not going to work. Ah. I have found the finishing touch. I don't have my nutmeg down here. A tiny sprinkle of cayenne. Just a little. Just enough to give it a little bit of extra fire. And yes, I am judging you after putting this together. I'm going to move the cayenne around a little bit, because if it's all in one spot, it will get all over my lips and I will be on fire for hours. Okay, that tastes pretty darn good. Shake it up, explode, slurp. Englishman points to an apple and says, apple. A French person says, palm, 300 years of war. There we go. If you had to have virgin eggnog, would you still like it? Oh, yeah. I love just plain eggnog. I absolutely adore it. But I am an egg fiend. Anything egg-based, custard-based, anything like that. Think of this as the stuff that they make custard from. It's just not frozen. See? There you go. Just think of it like that. It's liquid custard. That is good. Okay. I almost did something stupid. I almost put this on my coffee warmer. That would have been entertaining. Why is this eggnog hot? Hot nog. Probably would have cooked it like eggs. I would have had a cup of eggs. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Oh, deviled eggs. Oh, don't start me on those. Have you had sriracha deviled eggs, though? A little bit, a tiny bit of little chopped up pickle relish in with the egg. Little bit of sriracha in there. It turns it a little more orangey. Put it in the eggs, and you put a tiny little sail of a crispy piece of bacon in it. You got a little deviled egg boat. I love cooking. I love making people squirm when they're like, you did what? Let's see. Home of the Elves. Will you make some for me? Bam. Did they show up? Deviled eggs from pickled eggs are very good. Now, I have to say, see, now I've got eggnog in my beard, or my mustache specifically, I've had deviled pickled eggs, and they're pretty good. But one place I got them, the guy used, in the pickling mixture, he used beet juice. So the eggs would turn kind of like reddish pink, almost a purple color on the outside. And there's nothing weirder than seeing a deviled egg sitting there where the outside edge of the whole egg is this pink that is seeped into the egg a little ways, but the inside's still the normal color, and then it's got the stuff in it. It's like, what have you done to the eggs? Magic egg-based powers. Yes. I should make some more pickled eggs. I got the jars. I just need to take the time to do it. All right. The lands of Solon are claimed as the rightful kingdom and home of the elves. Infuriating. Okay. We'll just say our I'm gonna make up. What's a good name for a dragon? Like a bad, like a mean dragon. Because I want this dragon. This is going to be the first dragon that was killed by the elves because it decided, oh, you're gonna try and keep me out, huh? Good luck. Flies down, brings his friends, gets obliterated by the elves, and everyone's just like, wait, they killed him? They killed Henry? Heath! Yes, Heath! He's not going to be named Keith. Carl. Okay. All right. Garnak. Take the name of an antidepressant and add some X's. Zolfilamax. I have no idea what an antidepressant's name is, but I'm assuming that would work for almost anything. Astronovil. That sounds like an estrogen drug. It's probably a real thing. I don't want to know. I don't like the word proud. Proud is boring as a word. Let's see. Prozac. Cake Quill. Wow. You guys are good. That's brutal, but I love it. All right. Right. Let's see what we got here. Go with this. Acetaminophen. The great dragon Acetaminophen brings ease to all your pains with fire. Richard is an evil name like Adolf. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Is that mate right? My work ding? It sounds so much like my doorbell, but it's right in my ear. Okay, that's it. All right, got it. Rock section. Too evil a name to give an animal. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. I had Benji sleeping in my arms when I was in a meeting until my arms fell asleep and I had to move him down. And he's just like, because he had his claws up here and he's just passed out. And I moved him and he's just like hanging there. I'm like, okay, he's going to fall. And I felt so bad taking him and setting him on my lap. But then he fell asleep there. So. Let's see. How would this work? I want to say he did this. I don't think enraging is a good word. No empathy for humanity. That's totally right. I hate you people. Maybe. I don't think umbrage is a good word. Disquietude. You roar. Man, sometimes I can't stand that people they don't know what they don't know. They aren't outside of their own head. I mean, I do it too, but a lot of other people do it way more because I used the word umbrage today. And a person's like, that's why would you use her name? I was like, what do you mean her name? Like the person from the Harry Potter books. I said, okay, there's a person in the Harry Potter books named Umbridge. He's like, yeah. I said, that's a word. It was a word long before somebody named a character that. He's like, oh, well, what's it mean? I said, what I'm feeling right now. He's like, huh? I said, "Urgh." Like, I was offended. Chrysanthemum doesn't like anyone. Oh, there you go. You might like us more than Nuggy Smalls. Oh, wait, she really loves, but just acts upset. I don't like anyone. She lies. We know she likes Bap. True. Oh, sorry. I gotta send a friend of mine got some awesome news. So. All right. I don't think I want to use it here though. Let's see. This is. Could use agita. No. It just sounds too modern. Yeah, there's so many people who don't know what things mean. I ask them what some of the terms they use mean. They're like, man, it makes me want to bark at them. I was like, oh, you're gonna like rah, just yell at them? They're like, no, I'm gonna bark at them. I'm like, I don't I don't get it. What do you mean bark? They're like, like you bark at them. Like, yeah, you go rah, 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 like a dog. They're like, no, I don't understand what you're saying. I still don't get it. That's me, though. All right, we're going to go back to a basic word. It's Mr. Johnson. Oh, what's there to not understand? Don't you ever act mentally ill? Yes. Wait. Step right up, folks. What do you got? Coney dogs? What do we got? What do we got, Jensen? I don't know. Do I have to guess? Are you going to guess my weight? Being the carnival barker? Or are you just telling me to go and talk to the bearded lady? I'm just, I bark at people all the time. Bark, bark, bark. Wizard compote. Frost. Wait a second. Who's acting? Exactly. We're all crazy down here. You were the bearded lady? Yes, that's me. The bearded lady. Yes. I'm checking something quickly. Sweet. Wee. All right, so I ended up calling the guy Garnaxus because it's part of what Dave said and part of what you guys said with an us at the end. Oh no, it's chrysanthemum. Quick. Which one do I shoot? Which one do I punch? I don't understand. They're both saying, oh no. How do I know which one to punch? Hello, Cajun Corey. Be gone, imposter! So yeah, Garnaxus. So the lands of Solon are acclaimed as the kingdom and home of the elves, infuriating the firstborn dragons who see Erudia as theirs to roam free upon. Garnaxus and Imperius and brash young black dragon taunts the elves and makes several incursions into their new land, claiming that if they cannot guard their borders, that they don't deserve them. Garnaxus mistakenly kills an elven prince who was attempting to drive him away from the great tree. We'll change this to a new sentence. In the wake of his death, untimely death, the elves respond with decisive force, killing many of the gods' firstborn, including Garnaxus, whose head is staked on the aisle of the great tree as a warning. So I'll talk with Erudia about this because I think he has some other stuff, but this could be just a little part of it. I'm the real Crescent. Don't punch anyone. Gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. All right. So Garnaxus is dead. Poor Garnaxus. He died as he lived on a stick. Wait. Hey, it was fake Crescent who took it away. Head the size of a house. He was a big dragon. So, yep. All right. 4,800. So yeah, that went on for a while. The Scaled War went on for a couple of hundred years. The creation of the dwarves, crafted by Vulcan as artisans and mediators, dwarves sought to craft tools and weapons for peace, but were drawn into the conflict as allies of the elves. And the giants were made, the fourth race, created as a brute force tactic to crush both dragons and elves, forcing a truce. They're instrumental in ending the Scaled War. The Great Accord was around 3,800 years before the God-Killer War. Divine Mandate ends the war, establishing a tense peace between dragons and elves. So what I need to do in the this place is mark down following. Why is this old? Ah, I see why. I'm trying to think of something. There's a mountain range going kind of east to west, so if the sun rises over it, it kind of like dances along the peaks and kind of goes above them and over them, but it will never set behind them. It would be, I'm trying to think if there's a way I could reference that in the name properly. She's so mean to me. Nuggy Smalls is mean to everyone because Dungeon Daddy doesn't give her sweet, sweet love anymore. I don't think that's it, Dave. I really, no, I don't think so. Nope. I think you are incorrect on that point. Say the ore rich. Need to go listen to your favorite song again? You can. In the privacy or of your own home, you can do whatever you like. Within reason. Legal reasons. All right, so following the example of the elves, the dwarves established their home in the ore-rich mountain range of the Godlands, Vulcan's Reach. Here, the marvelous city of Starkad and Mount Silvermount is built over the course of the next 2 centuries, filling the mountain with warmth and industry. Aw, the dwarves, they're homey. Your Cthulhu book came. Cat Thulu? Is it an actual Cat Thulu? Or is it you being funny? Asking for a friend. Just checking. Friend might be me. Okay. Oh, this is all capitalized or bolded again. Why is it bolded? All right. After the Great Accord, the giants are allowed to choose remote places in the mountains and hills as their homes. this. How to choose remote places. Mountains. The cold and calculating, surprising even the gods with their callousness. Great rookery of Amoxis. Amoxiaris displays Amoxis herself. All right. So basically, after this, the giants, in the Scaled War, the giants were created by the gods because the dwarves weren't able to stop the war, and they sided with the elves against the dragons. And then the giants are like, okay, we got to stop this. Another race. The giants are created. They're a brute force tactic, and they're going to get both the dragons and the elves under control. And they do. They get the war ended. There's a great accord, and a divine mandate finally ends the war. And there's a tense peace. But in this, the giants are allowed to choose lands in the mountains and hills as a reward for their service. Their choices are cold and calculating, surprising even the gods at their callousness. Among the sites chosen were the great rookery of Amaxarius, displacing the dragon matron Amaxis herself, as well as the remote elven city of Starfall in the Rimewall Mountains to the north. So the giants are like, oh, we'll take that, and we'll take that, and this one over here. Gods are like, maybe we should have set some rules. Maybe we should have specified some places you aren't able to choose. Cathalo, catharsis. No, I just don't spell so good. I don't spell so good. Yeah, I know. I know there are a lot of people who don't spell well, and I've heard spelling referred to as a suggestion. Antiquated. What was the third thing I heard? It was guidelines. I said, well, technically, you could say that about most things. I said, I guess. Only problem with eggnog is it's hard to get the last little bit out of your cup. All right, we'll just have to let that be good enough. There, now I've had a whole bunch of whiskey and eggnog along with my snack. So, all right. Well, I want to say anything about the giants. I would love to point out Moss, but I'm not going to talk about Moss. That happens way later. That's way later. It's a way later edition. It's not 1,000 years earlier. Pickwell, I mean, in England, they haven't spelt right for years. Governor, clean out the cup with some whiskey. Hey! I like the way you think. All right, so Second Age, the Era of Wonders. We don't have a whole lot of anything specific to that, but then we break it down. Spelling in Uncle Tom's Cabin is horrible. All right. After the Scaled War, Senna, Kika, and Grix are created to bring mirth and inspire change and growth in Erudia. And then the humans were made. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. Oh, that I spelled the name right. Oh, how about I type that right? I will find more results. Okay, let me check something here. What page am I on? I am on that page. Okay. What were they called? Ah, okay. That's right. All right. I've got to do a screenshot here really quickly of my own words so I don't have to go back and forth. All right. There we go. We'll go back up. We'll go back up to... All right. Described as... We'll call it that instead. No Moss Boss? We're not going to talk about Moss Boss. Moss Boss does what Moss Boss wants to do in Moss Moss. Moss Moss is run by Moss Boss. Where did I get to here? I got there. These are the people. These are the peoples. The humans. So the humans are created as adaptable and creative beings, filling the gaps left by the tensions of older races. The humans on the Far Isle split themselves into tribes and claim different parts of it for themselves, then begin to spread across the Godlands like a wildfire. Doo-doo-doo. Will create tension. Let's see. When you're talking about humans, do you consider a generation when people are saying it's a 10-year thing? Or do you consider a generation like how long a person lives? What do you guys think? I feel like I got a scratch on my ear. I bet Benji did scratch my ear, actually. Yeah, it feels scratched. My ear, it feels scratched, folks. Because a lot of times when we talk about generations, it's like these people were born for between these years, and I think which way this should go. Well, they're saying about 20 to 30 years. This note says that one just blah, blah, blah. AI written article. That's great. Regurgitating all the points. Oh my gosh. It's so annoying. Okay. All right. Don't care about that. We'll move that over there. We'll move that over there. And we'll put this here. Okay, I got a chat notification. Okay. Got it. Huh. Okay. 40 years generation or generation of person lifetime. Ask your cat for a scratch. I don't have to ask them. They'll give me all I want. LARP. There. Does this give us another? Say that. This will go down to all right, within 10 generations, humans laid claim to great swaths of the Godlands, creating tension with the other races. Within 20, they've begun to sail to other continents, leaving the Godlands behind. Let's say some had begun to sail to other continents, leaving the Godlands behind. Where is my phone? What am I getting messages about now? I'm not in that meeting. I got to skip these meetings. Oh, it's okay. It's literally just a message. New invoice. Okay. It was literally just a message telling me that the meeting was starting. Then I'm not in. Great. Generation and age. Yeah, I got to skip them. Yeah, a generation and age. It's yeah. People like to say because the age is usually bounded by some significant events. Like this is when this happened, and suddenly they discovered, I don't know, wheelies or the croc, and then the descent into idiocracy began. I brought that up to somebody the other day and they didn't know it. Because they were talking about Crocs. They actually said, oh yeah, my kids wear them. I occasionally wear them. They're pretty comfortable. I said, you know, they were really made popular. He said, no, I don't know. Music video? I said, close. Little movie called Idiocracy. Mike Judge wanted to show people as being dumb. He found the dumbest looking shoes he could. And rest is history. He said, you're kidding me? I said, have you not seen Idiocracy? He's like, no, I don't know what that is. I said, go watch it. I'm waiting to hear him when he comes back to me. I told him I want to report. The Age of the Trapper Keeper. I will not have you besmirch wheelies. Now, I saw a story, and I'm not sure if it's actually real because it's the internet. And a person said he hired a kid to help him do some painting. And the kid got the stuff done because he was painting the ceilings done in like 2/3 of the time or less than it would have normally taken him, you know, given that he's a new guy. So he was working really fast and he did a good job. He's like, wow, this kid doesn't even know how to do this that well. How did he do it so quickly? So they got to leave early, but they still, you know, they got to bill the people for the full time because it's by, you know, hours. And he at the next house, he heard this noise. He's like, what the heck is that noise? And he comes up and the kid is, you know, running the thing down the road, but he's got his feet like this and he's wheeling across the room. He's just woo while he's doing it. He's just wheeling to do the ceiling. And the guy's like, maybe I need to order those things for everybody on my crew. Like, there you go. And by the way, I wasn't besmirching wheelies. I wouldn't be caught dead in the things. But that's okay. They're fine for you people. You know, your kind. Oh, duh, Tomix. I completely forgot. I am an idiot because I specifically meant to do this. Where is it here? I have way too many web pages open. What is this one? Is this the one? This is the one. Interaction. How do you... Ah, okay. I'm sending you a message. It's the best message. Oops, maybe, yeah. Wait. I'm sending you the information for that server. If you want to hop in there, I think I have it running. Yeah, it's the stationary server. It's running. It's got a Europa thing started. You can hop in there if you want to screw around with it. Just let me know. If you want to. You don't have to. I'm going to be playing my my in real life game after this, so I won't be around for a couple of hours. They kept him from getting wheelie tired. Well, if I find Frost dead, I'm going to put wheelies on him. No! I'll check on it a bit. Yeah, you know, if you want to, you don't have to. It's just going to be running there. All right, so humans on the Far Isle split themselves into tribes and claim different parts of it for themselves and begin to spread across the Godlands like a wildfire. We won't see great. we'll say Kingdom of Agrium founded, I'll say in about, I'm going to do this. I'm being amusing to myself. Oh, I typed the wrong letter there. That didn't look like words. I'm saying the Kingdom of Agrium founded around 2112 BGK, the before the Godkiller War. Because I like Rush. Check it out. Let's see here. I'm going to copy this part. Thinking go with 1800. Say that specifically for that. Okay, we'll undo that. There we go. Let's see. And we'll say I've got to find one thing out here. I'm trying to remember when I said the guy who founded the Azure Kingdom. Colossal monuments. Centuries before. One of their number was entombed by the last great king of the Azure Kingdom. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to find the guy's name here. What was his name? It was Is. Oh, yeah. Isavi. Because I have the Azure Kingdom being made later. Sapphire Dragons. Centuries and centuries. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to... I'm just going to go back up there. I was going to put something else in another location, but I'll just put it in the timeline here. We'll say around there. And where is it here? We'll put Kingdom of Acadia founded about then. Oops, hitting the wrong key here. 26,700. No, that's the wrong time. Navi, get the timeline right. What number is not circa or circa? Well, the reason that these are not 100% known is because the God Killer War destroyed so many records. And one of the people who was taking care of all these records was the guy who was the scribe of the gods, who then decided he didn't want to be the god scribe. He wanted to go rule a kingdom, and then ended up getting killed by his own people because he was so bad. He was a horrible person. Not very nice at all. And there are numbers. I mean, it's like 1,250 years before the war. And then the war happened in a time period. And then after the wars ended, that's when time started going the other direction. So we got, BC and AD, basically. Where would I find this? Go with this. We'll put this here. Oh, this was how do I want it unindent? Unindent, you fool. De-indent. What's it doing? There. Okay. Wouldn't do it with what I was trying to do, so I had to use the button up there. Spark. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so this is going to be about 820 years before that. Let's see. We're going to have Thalasia somewhere in here too. Theocracy. Thalasia. Theocracy? No. How about a theocracy? There we go. Much better choice. I like that better. That almost makes sense. All right, and this is going to be at about 2,400. Agrium, Valara, Azure Kingdom. All right, we're going to go down and look here because Kiru. Yeah, we'll have Kiru being founded here. Oops. And we'll have I think we'll have this before Fryland. Before. All right, let's put some dates on these. All right, so this is going to be 820. This will be about 900. That'll only be about 600 years there. Now this is... Oh, actually I put these in the wrong section. Let me think. Let me do this right. That would be somewhere in here. $800. Figure out if we want to put that somewhere else. Oop, I gotta put a space there. Boop. Space. Down for spaces. Boop. Frost playing that God game? Yeah. They're making some changes to it. Comic said they're updating it somewhat. Oh. Cool. Let's see. We'll go with 4. I'm gonna go with 7. We'll put that about 80. Yeah, we'll put that, or 800. There we go. All right, we'll move a few more things around. This is good. I'm getting these inserted in here. This is good. Like Erudia playing God. Exactly. Bum, bum, bum. I am throwing this into this chat. I can totally type. I got some of those letters right. Kingdom founding. And I hit enter too soon because I didn't mean to hit enter. And there we go. Oh, boom, boom, boom. All right, there we go. I had a note here. What do I want to put here? Ah, people. This eccentric, how dare you? And if Erudia is here, happy Veterans Day. He said the thing. I always say the thing. Wait a second. Wow. Huh. All right. Do I need to put anything else in? Need to put another note in there. I don't know if I want to do that. When did I put this kingdom being founded? Agrium, Valara. Okay, I think I'm going to move that kingdom down here. Moves it almost 1,000 years back. So if I moved it here, let's see how this worked out. If I put it there, it could still work. Then when the Pact of Immortality happens, empires. All right, what else do I have here? We got that, we got that, we got this. Soul Spires, the Mountain Centaur. When do I want to have that kingdom fall? Good, because the other Dwarven kingdom is in this age. Arcad. Somewhere around 4,000 years ago. So then I think we'll put this here. Should I use the word disenfranchised? After the creation of the giants, a group of disenfranchised dwarves established a new home in the gem-rich mountain range of the Western Godlands, naming it Mount Zinter after their leader. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. It's a note. We can expand upon it a little later if we want to. Make sure that I'm still on for my game coming up. Oops. Okay, making sure. You're a cat going. Oh, well, that's interesting. Copy text. Delete. Why didn't it send my message? Let's see if it sends it this time. Delivered this time. I don't know. Phones are weird. Satellite must have said, just a minute. I'm busy. And then it recovered. Oop. Okay, interesting. I'm confused. I'm sending you something. I'm saying because I'm confused. Where's Eccentric? You did see me live on Kick? We shouldn't be live on Kick on here. Oh, he's in Moonskull chat. He was poking at me. I don't remember if we're doing the Wednesday night thing for this week. Yeah, he's on Discord. He was on the Discord. Your partner in crime is on the Discord. He was in the general chat, I think. Or no, was he in general chat? Where was he? He was in one of the chats. Weird. Okay. We're doing stuff. Hey, it's evidently Poland's Independence Day. I didn't know that. Happy Independence Day, anybody from Poland? I don't know what that is even. Weird. Okay. Armistice, Poland no longer Prussian. Woo! Oh no, did we get conquered? Or do we get conquered again? I don't know. No, he's not on YouTube. He won't come over here. He won't come and say hi. He hates us or something. I don't know, something like that. All right. Oh. I put, let's see, I'm looking through my notes here because I have a little list of notes of stuff that I'm like, I could put this over here, or maybe that and this. That's possible. I'm seeing a post here on X because it just popped over and it says episode 7. Somebody called Rushmore on X. I don't know what that is, and it's somebody named Ari and Ben. No clue. Two random people. Says Elon Musk and Bobby Kotick joined Ari and Ben to figure out what the 4 best video games of all time are. I'm like, are they actually on there? It's like, how do these guys get them to come on? I can't get Elon Musk to come on my show. What the heck? Polacks don't need independence. It isn't us. It is he hate YouTube. Ah, okay. This is the main reason I'm still on YouTube. Are you just trying to avoid eccentric? All right. Okay. What is it with people just putting random notes out there on X? Like just a simple aphorism. Goodness comes to those who do the good to people. Universal truth is the universal truth. And then it's got like 780 people viewing it and like all these retweets. I'm just like, okay. I mean, of course, you can post a picture of like a cat gnawing on a hot dog and you'll get like 1 million views anyway. So whatever. This equals Legend Seeker. Ah, okay. I don't even have 500 followers. I got like 130. I can't get anybody to follow me. I'm just an old white guy, so nobody cares. It doesn't matter. Meanwhile, people who have just... I'm not going to say they have bad content, but I'm confused by their content. Have like 1,500 followers. Like there was a person who I was listening to because I was like, I just occasionally will be like, all right, go find something about how to DM something. And it's just somebody talking and they can't form a sentence and their sound is horrible. And they have like 1,600 followers. I'm like, how? What am I doing wrong? Is it because... Am I a grump? Is this it? Is it the grump? It could be the grump. I guess people want spectacle or something. I don't know. I have spectacles. I just messaged Elon saying you give him max level Warzone account and he won't tell anybody. Yeah! If I had 500 followers, I'd get Musk. Yeah, that's right. Everybody follow him to a secondary location. Wait a minute. Don't do it. Ooh. Nice. My friend just messaged me and said, I got 507 followers. I'm like, ooh. I sent him a message and congratulated him. Treat. All right. All right, so I can move this over here. All right, I got 2 of the notes done from my list, kind of both in the same swipe. We'll go with the same swipe. Where is this here? Huh. Okay. All right, what are people saying here? For the lore! Hello, Zerator One. How you doing? I am lowering it up. Okay. Benji, he was playing with his making biscuits in my beard. I think he really tangled it up. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. All right. I don't need to put this in here because that's already covered there. This I want to expand on, but I've got a note on that. I got to talk to, I think I'm going to ask Erudia about that to see if we want to flesh that out in here, if that's something that's going to be fleshed out elsewhere. Maybe its own little, I don't know, side thing. All right. Heroes. Were there going to be some members only streams? That's a good question. I know at one point Erudia was going to possibly do those, but I can't remember if there was some oddity with setting them up or what. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask the Chrysanth. She might know. Or you'd have to ask Erudia. He would definitely know. He would know more than me. All right. Here. Oh, weird. Not giving me the option. What? Not either. Shoot. No, that's wrong too. What did I call this thing? Maybe I have the note on my phone. I should probably only take notes in 1 or 2 places. When I take notes in multiple places, it gets a little weird. What? I just got a message. What's going on here? one of my friends from work, one of my oldest friends, in fact, because I've known him since way before I got the job there, and he got the job there. He sent a picture, and he's got one of these on his desk. It's entertaining to go into a meeting sometimes with people in the department, because all of a sudden they're just like drinking out of the mug. I don't think this is right. Dang it. I'm not going to find it now, am I? Ah, there we go. I found it. Okay. Right after I said I'm not going to find it, I found it. Friend from the 1600s. Yes. Make a master note of all the places you took notes. I'm waiting for mine. Oh, your mug hasn't arrived yet? Thinking a good get-together to actually figure out timeline. Ah, yes. Can't be members, only streams here. The channel isn't monetized. Oh. Oh, that's right. This channel isn't. Yeah, duh. Yeah, well, we have the timeline. We have the entire timeline. Literally, what I'm doing, this whole thing here, this thing that I'm scrolling through. This is the timeline from the beginning. It is of like thousands and thousands of years before the God Killer War, and it's timeline of everything with the names, when the second ages, when the gods came in, when the different races were made, when certain gods were reached apotheosis, when Grix did his stuff. All I'm adding to it right now are when some of the kingdoms were founded, to make sure that I know in the timeline kind of like which blipped where, and the entire, all the big events of the God Killer War, all the way down through here, all the way into the current day, like 1300 years after the God Killer War. So I'm inserting things right now. I'm like picking up the piles and sticking more cards in. We're about 700 watch hours away from monetization on this channel. Woo! Let's get those watch hours up, folks. If you're not sick of watching me yet, get on that. I want you to be sick of this face. If you aren't already. If you are already, please watch anyway. Just do it. You can just listen to me. It'll be great. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, Erudia, I was putting some dates in here into the timeline about when the kingdoms were founded and a few other things. And I found kind of another reason why the elves and the dragons don't get along, because the dragons were made, they're doing whatever they want to do. The gods come along and say, elves. The elves are like, this world is beautiful. We shall live here, and these shall be our lands between these rivers. Here is where we live, and it is our land. We are planting trees. And the dragons are like, you're doing what? No, we go wherever we want. And the elves are like, nope, our lands. And they start getting a little back and forth, and one brash young dragon keeps taunting the elves, then ends up killing an elven noble prince, and starts a huge backlash. And then they kill him and a whole bunch of other dragons and leave his head on the Isle of the Great Tree as a warning. all before the the Scaled War starts. But this is another thing that didn't make it nice to be an elf or a dragon at that point. Haven't ever streamed to Patreon before, but I can try to see how it works. The wizard. This isn't even a stream Calvino started. You're right. I pushed this button myself. Artisanal push. I pushed the button. Hey, Erudia, guess what I had? Eggnog. With a healthy, huge pour of this. It was very, very good. And I had the chat give me some suggestions for a dragon name, and we got Karnak, and then we got a whole bunch of like drug names with X's instead of some of the letters, like acetaminophen, which would be a great dragon name if you don't think about it. But now his name is Garnaxus, the dragon, the black dragon that taunts the elves and is basically coming to try and land and romp around the island of the tree that's sacred to them until finally he ends up killing that elven prince there. And they're like, oh, no. And so they not only kill him, they kill a whole bunch of other dragons that are in their territory. So fun times. Eggnog. Eggnog is disgusting, Dave says. Well, Erudia, did you look in the food thing? Did you see? If not, you should see the beautiful sandwich. I made a sandwich on the cheapest bread possible. It reminded me of a game they played on Crowder once. Tolkien name or antidepressant. Ha! I like it. Iluvatar. Oh, no. Palantir. Nope, that's a company, and nope. Do not look at that abomination that Frost put in the food area. It's a good sandwich. It's got 2 wonderful ingredients and some bread. Even Bap thought it was just amazing. I'm pretty sure. I'm reading between the lines. I think that's what she meant when she said it was horrifying. And sacrilege. Other than that, I think she liked it. Sandwich? Let's see. Amaxiara. Oh. Amaxiaras. He showed that to my dad, who texted me going, "What the hell is that?" I've offended your entire family. I think I need to check. Generational offense complete. All right, the Azure Kingdom. Explanation, Frost. I explain. Or you require me to explain something. I'm just here to cause problems. All right, Spark Creation. Okay, there we go. So that is checked off. This is not. Go. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm almost out of time here. All right, so Erudite is the Pact of Immortality is more of that going to be described in here, do you think we should, or is it going to be covered in another, I don't know, supplement or something? I'm just curious how much we want to put in here. Because I mean, you don't want to put it in with the vampire entries because they might not be Godlands vampires if people just use whatever, make their own world up. But because right now we have the note, but we don't have a lot of specifics yet. I'm trying to figure out if that needs to be remedied in this document or not. Disgusting food equals explanation Frost. Forges down equals what did Noelle do now? That's a good question. Well, I don't know. I just looked in the food section. I'm curious to try it. Pretty good. I mean, if you like Cajun corn, if you like chicken satay with the like a peanut sauce, pretty much what you make a peanut sauce with is some kind of nut butter, like peanut butter, almond butter, or whatever you're going to use. Chili paste or sriracha, sometimes both. A little bit of soy sauce, then some grated ginger or powdered ginger. You can use ginger, just granules if you want to do that. And occasionally like some lime juice to give it a little bit of a kick. And you just mix that up. I didn't have time for that, so I just put the peanut butter on the bread and put sriracha on it and went to town. Some things can be vague to explore later. Okay, good. Said it tried on a dare, and I dared her, but I don't know. I don't think my dare was the right kind of dare. She also said she'd play Bean Boozled. That's true. Erudite, remember both of these. She will play Bean Boozled, and on a dare, she will have a peanut butter sriracha sandwich. Just a vague understanding of what the pact high level resulted in is what matters. Okay, good. Got 20 million with the new GTA character you started with Frost. You have quite a longevity with that game. I did not find it as excitement. But that's me. My friend who loves anime just sent me a link to something on X and said, I found my waifu. I was like, wow, you send me this a lot. You're always finding one somewhere on X every week. And I asked him what his chances were. He said nil, because I think she actually lives in Japan. I said, okay. And then my follow-up question is the same one I always ask him, which he just chuckles at, is why do you keep sending me these? Just not crunchy peanut butter? Yeah, I mean, it works with totally normal peanut butter, too. Either way. Either way. Starting a Legend Seeker playlist on my other computer to get those watch hours up. Oh, nice, Dave. Enjoy. Enjoy my voice that puts people to sleep. Which is why Michaela doesn't come to my streams at night anymore. Because zonk, florp, falls over. Not crunchy peanut butter. Fine, but sriracha has to be crunchy. Hey, you can get crunchy sriracha, just leave it out. It'll dry up. Anyone know how hyping a video works? Do you have to do the whoop whoop thing? Is that no? That too 90s? I don't know. Gosh, well, you monster. Ah, the crunchy sriracha. Hey, just be happy I didn't put cheese curds on the peanut butter sandwich. I wouldn't have done that. That doesn't sound good to me. Now, bacon on the sriracha sandwich. It's really good. Or grilled peanut butter sriracha sandwich is also good. Pipe on mobile. I don't know. He doesn't like crunchy peanut butter. Nope. He does not. He doesn't want to crunch it. All right. So we got a whole bunch of stuff added to the timeline today, which is good. Never was a fan. You'll never convince her. Never seen it, but it's an option that is turned on with Moonskull. Oh. I wonder if it's a monetization thing. Like you have, or not a monetization, but like if you have to pay for it. Or if somebody hypes it. I don't know. I saw that, Erudia. That is awesome. That is amazing. I'm still at 130. So you are well into the stratosphere, my friend. So congratulations. And on Veterans Day, like you said. That's a good thing. So it's a good thing. Yay. Creamy is fine. Smooth. Yes. Thank you, Chrysanth, for specifying that. It seemed like a word trap to me. So I think your choice of smooth was a good idea. Yeah, my friend used to call crunchy peanut butter something rather disgusting. Or rather the lumps in it. He used to call it something rather disgusting, which I won't subject any of you to. But it's just like, why? Why would you say that? You're a horrible person. No one likes wrinkly peanut butter. Yeah, you gotta smooth the peanut butter out. All right. Well, thank you all for coming by. Sorry the end of the stream turned into devolution into peanut butter and stuff. I was reading through my notes here and just getting it straight in my head. But yeah, I'll be back for more of this on Thursday. Write some more lore. I might be back into the timeline here, but I might actually add some of these dates to the other entries. We'll see how it works. But yeah, I should see you guys all here again on Thursday. So have fun. Thanks for coming by. Hop on one of the playlists and watch through all the videos. Let's get this channel monetized. Go. All right. I will talk to you all later. Thank you for coming by. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Watch the videos. I'll talk to you later.